Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining me for week 2 of our tarot reading. So, if this is your first time joining, my name is Val. I am an intuitive coach, I am a Reiki healer, I'm also a teacher, and do a lot of work around grief and trauma and letting go of belief systems to allow you to find your authentic and your happy life. And so I've been doing these readings on Facebook and decided to bring them onto YouTube. And so I'm sure that you have done pick a card readings before, in which you know that there are decks for you to intuitively choose from. And then you select the reading that corresponds with the deck that you picked. What I always like to say is, because these readings are being given to so many people, there are going to be parts that you're going to resonate with, and there are going to be some parts that you're not going to resonate with. There will be a message for everyone, but the whole reading may not apply to you. And that's okay. And what I found also is that sometimes you may pick a reading, and it may turn out when you listen to the other two readings, there are little nuggets that you're like, oh, that also applies to me. I always feel when you are being directed towards something or to multiple things, there is a reason and a purpose for it. And so just allow yourself to just go with the flow and just pick whatever belongs to you, and whatever doesn't, just leave it to the side. So we have three decks here. We have the first from the Golden Thread Tarot, with our beautiful quartz heart. We have deck 2 from the Fountain Tarot with this pretty shell heart. And then we have from the Tarot Illuminati, deck 3, with a crystal egg heart. So take a moment and take a deep breath and close your eyes. And in your mind, which deck do you see your hand touching? Is it deck 1, deck 2, or deck 3? And then we will get started with the reading. So let's start with deck number 1. So if this is the deck that you have chosen, here are your cards. You have the Ten of Swords. You have the Chariot. You have the Two of Swords in reverse. You have the Star in reverse. You have Page of Wands. You have Four of Wands. The Hermit. And you have Five of Wands in reverse. And I'm just going to shuffle just a quick couple of oracle cards just to see what comes up with that. And this is from my Divine Feminine and Masculine deck. We have Karma. And we have Shadow Aspect. So the thematic here is, what does your spirit guide want you to know about your romantic relationship? More specifically, what is going on with a person of interest or your current partner? And within this reading, we have someone who's really doing a lot of shadow aspect work. And Shadow aspects, just so you know, are those parts of ourselves that feel unloved, that feel separate from us, that feel that they don't belong. And so, what ends up happening is those parts of us that feel like we're not enough, we're not worthy, we're not good enough, they start coming out in how we manage relationships, how we manage our own happiness, and how we deal with challenging and difficult decisions. And so within this relationship, you have had someone who has been dealing with a lot of shadow work, a lot of insecurities, and a lot of feelings of defeat, as you can see here in this card with these swords piercing through this person, and everything that they have is being drained from them. And it's this feeling of helplessness, this feeling of defeat, of failure, of collapse. They may not have been able to express their feelings to you the way that they wanted to. They may have held a lot of anger. They may have held just a lot of fears, which affected the relationship. And they may have wanted to be in control a lot. Sometimes when we want to be in control, we feel we need to do so because everything in our internal lives is out of control. And so we'll try to control the reins of a relationship. But as you can see from this person, there was just a lot in doing that and trying to be in control that just caused just a lot of confusion, caused a lot of disagreements, caused a lot of heartache in this relationship, and a lot of internal conflict. This person really wants to be the person that you want, really wants to be someone who is standing strong, and someone who is feeling secure, and someone who feels like they have it all together. In the reverse, as you can see, it looks like things are falling down and falling apart. For there's a lot of insecurity that this person is holding right now. And again, it goes back to the shadow aspects of the feelings of not being good enough, not being worthy of someone like you, of not being able to maybe provide, or not being someone who is able to give all from their heart. And so we have someone who is wanting to build this relationship with you, not really knowing how to do it yet, but they want to be able to be on the same page as you are. They want to be able to work on their insecurities and work on their shadow aspects, so that then that they are able to come back into a loving relationship with you. A loving household, building a strong foundation, and being able to moving forward in love, in partnership, where there is no control, and where everything is flowing with ease and grace. However, they also know that in order to do this, they need some time into finding themselves, so that they can work again on these shadow aspects, work on the insecurities and the parts of themselves that is feeling unloved, that is feeling not good enough, that is feeling not like its authentic and best self. And so you may find that there may be either a separation period, or there may be a period in which conversation or communication may be hot and cold as this person is looking to find themselves. Because here we have the Five of Wands, which is a card that talks about withdrawing and going deep within themselves. And so you may find, and just know that it has nothing to do with you, that this person may take a step back to reevaluate who they are and to work on the healing that is needed in order to come back into oneness and to come back into happiness. For they also know, and so that you know, this is a karmic relationship in which, when you hear the word karma, I think sometimes some people have the thought that it means cause and effect. So if I do something to you, then that means in the next lifetime you're going to do something back to me. But with karma and karmic relationships, it is about growth. It is about that partner coming together and being able, with the help of you, to see their shadow self and to create healing. Karmic relationships are about growth. They are about coming together and building that stronger foundation, which we saw here again with the Four of Wands. And it is about growth and support. And so, knowing that the two of you have been together before and you are in a karmic relationship, know that everything that your partner is doing right now is as a result of the love and of the strength of your connection. And so, even though it looks like they may have to withdraw and they may have to go silent as they work on themselves, know that when the two of you return, it is only to bring you two closer together and to make you stronger as a couple. So, in this reading, just know that as you two work through bringing this relationship back into oneness, take a step back and allow yourself to work on whatever it is that you may need to work on, as well as your partner is taking the necessary steps to work on those parts that have been trying to control, trying to bring the relationship out of balance, has been causing distance and separation, and they're trying to come back together to you. I always say in these situations, as I have been in karmic relationships like this as well, as I work on myself, I always send love and light to the other person and good vibes and good hopes for them. For people and our loved ones especially, they do feel our energy. And so when we can hold someone in unconditional love and we can hope and send wishes for them to get the healing that they need, then they feel it and they internalize that, and it allows them to be able to move forward. So I do hope that this reading has been helpful. If you need more clarification or clarity on this specific reading, please feel free to reach out to me. If you hit the subscribe button, you will be able to be notified of other readings that will come out in the future. And if there's anyone you think that would enjoy receiving these readings, please feel free to forward it along to them. I'm going to move on to reading 2, but I do hope that you have a wonderful day, and sending love and light to you. Thank you. Hi everyone, so welcome to the pick a card reading of what do your spirit guides want you to know about your romantic relationship. So we are now moving to card number 2, and this is from the Fountain deck with this beautiful heart-shaped shell looking design. And so if you picked this, here are the cards you picked. You picked the Six of Cups in reverse, the Empress in reverse. You've picked the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have Four of Coins or Four of Pentacles in reverse. The World in reverse. Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Wands in reverse. And Two of Coins or Two of Pentacles in reverse. So in this reading, what I am intuitively picking up is your partner wants to give you a new beginning. They want to start a new beginning. They want to fulfill that promise that they've always held in their heart for you, and really standing in their true power and giving the relationship their all, being their true self, and being 100% fully with feet fully planted into this relationship. They see you as this beautiful Empress energy. So someone who is loving and kind and nurturing, someone who is overflowing with emotions and love, and they see you as this comforting energy. As you can see here with this cloak, it's very comforting. It's someone who just feels at home, safe, and secure. And you've provided this for them, and they want to be able to provide this back to you, to be able to give you that security, that comfort, to be able to give you 100% of themselves. But right now they're struggling a little bit with that. They're struggling to allow their emotions to show. They're struggling with allowing their vulnerability to kind of come through. And they're feeling a little depressed. Actually, it just feels like there's this kind of, with this misty feeling here, it's feeling a little heavy, emotions, sadness, and this feeling of not being seen 100%. And they want to be seen, and they want to show themselves to you. And so within that as well, they want to be able to have that emotional freedom and have that balance, just as what you provide to them, that beautiful safe haven, that balance. And they feel that they're struggling a bit. They're feeling a little alone right now. And so there's a lot of fear that is coming up. There's a lot of fear of, if they move on to this path and kind of open themselves up and be more vulnerable, that they may be rejected. They may be you may be disappointed in who they are as a person. And so there's some real fears and about being rejected, and being that you're not going to accept them 100% if they show their true emotions and let in their full vulnerability to you. And it's causing, as a result, a lot of anxiety and instability in their world. So obviously in the upright position, you can see hands are kind of holding up the pentacle or coin and giving it a solid foundation. In this position here, you see that, the coin falls. And so they're kind of losing their footing and feeling anxiety and instability right now. And they feel like they actually feel immobile, like they can't take any action. They don't know where to go, how to turn, how to even go about moving into that upright night energy, which is creating, allowing themselves to create that foundation of love, of the full expression of love that they can give to you. And so right now they kind of feel at this standstill and this paralysis. And that's kind of what this card here, the Two of Coins, is kind of showing. They're feeling at this paralysis. Too many choices, don't know how to start and how to take action. But they want so badly to give you that love and to give you that communion and that peace of mind and to give you all the great things that you have offered to them. And so I wanted to just pull a couple of additional cards just to offer some more clarity on this. So this is from the Divine Feminine and Masculine. And the first card that we have is the God of Vulnerability, or Achilles. And the second card that we're going to pull up is Inner Child. So what I'm feeling here, the God of Vulnerability, as we know with the story of Achilles, he was a strong warrior, but his weakness lied within his ankles. And I think with this card, what it's talking about is not being afraid of being vulnerable, and your person wants to be able to expose all of themselves, even the weak parts, the parts that they have been holding in for so long because of the inner child wounding that has taken place. And as you can see, the partners and the two partners, their inner childs are kind of reaching out to each other. So they want to be in relationship with you. They want this solid and beautiful relationship. They want to be able to give back everything that you have provided to them because they see you as this beautiful Empress energy. They just don't know how to achieve that, how to heal the inner child wounding, and how to allow themselves to be vulnerable, how to trust in being vulnerable and knowing that you're not going to reject them or hold them in judgment because of their weaknesses. For right now, they don't see vulnerability as being strong. They see vulnerability as being a weakness if they expose it to you. So if you reject them, it will hurt them immensely. What I would obviously offer to say is that vulnerability is actually a power. And when we allow ourselves to stand into that power and to let someone come in and see who we are for all that we are, and we pull off that mask, that is where I feel true healing starts, when acceptance of your partner comes in, and then the healing and the love and the acceptance of yourself and the acceptance of your inner child. And so I would say, provide your partner with support. Continue giving that beautiful, loving energy and letting them feel the safety and knowing that it's okay for them to create a home and allow them to become vulnerable. And once that they're able to start allowing themselves to trust you and to trust themselves more, they'll be able to start working on this inner child wounding. And there are many meditations that can be done or working with a therapist, journaling, meditations, things like that that will help to work with the inner child and to provide healing. But through that work, with that healing, the two of you will become closer together and you'll be able to start that new beginning of love, of safety, of security. So I hope that this reading helped. If you have any questions about this reading in particular, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is below. And please feel free to like or share or subscribe so that you may be alerted to future readings. And if you know of anyone who would be interested in receiving readings like this, please feel free to let them know about this page as well. Thank you for supporting me as well as I make my transition from Facebook onto YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thank you. Welcome back to the reading. So, if you have been tuning in, we've been doing pick a card of what do your spirit guides want you to know about your romantic relationship. And if you are at this section, we are now going to review card number 3. So this is the deck that has the beautiful quartz egg. And this is from the Tarot Illuminati deck. So you have 3 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse, the Strength card in reverse, Queen of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and Queen of Swords in reverse. So I can see right off the bat what your person wants you to know is that a lot of healing is needed at this moment. They're a hardworking person. They're someone who has been really working hard in this relationship to make things work. Putting in a lot of effort, putting in their all. And they have a lot of passion for this relationship as well. But at the time, right now, at this moment, they're just feeling stuck and lost. I think that there is feelings of being stressed, of feeling burnt out right now. And this has nothing to do with you. This has to do with right now what's going on with them, with work and with outside and external influences. So they're feeling a lot of insecurities with these 2 cards coming up. They're feeling a lot of self-doubt. They're feeling a lot of lack of self-worth. And they don't actually know how to move forward right now, how to move forward into the healing. But they do want to come back into that union, that happiness within their heart, because they know that this stress has been causing stress in your relationship. And they don't want to hold on to that energy and emotion anymore. And they want to be able to move back into happier space with you. But they're very self-critical about themselves. Just a lot of the things that they're doing. Am I doing this correctly? Am I really good enough for this person? should this person move on from me? And so a lot of burden, and a lot of just feeling just out of sorts, feeling out of alignment, out of balance is taking place with this person. But they do love you, and they do care about you greatly. And there's almost this, as you can see here with this father figure, there's this great care and great wanting to make sure to ensure that your happiness is always secured. But there's just a lot of stuff that they're going through right now. And so it's kind of making them feel out of balance. And so I'm going to pull a couple of cards from the masculine and feminine deck. So the first card we have is physical ailment. Physical ailment is a card when we are in dis-ease and we're feeling out of balance, then our body then starts moving into disease. So not to say that physical ailments aren't real and that everything is because we are feeling out of a balance or because of an emotional trigger, but I always say our bodies are our first tattletales. So when we are feeling out of balance, stressed, overly critical of ourselves, not knowing which direction to go to, trying our best to do healing but not really knowing how to do it, and worrying and stressed that our partners may not be happy with us or may not want us, we move into pains. So if your partner has been experiencing headaches, backaches, scratchy throat, all of these things are indications that they're looking and wanting to express their emotions and open themselves up to you. They just don't know how to do it right now. Next card is balance. So we've spoken about this in the reading, but with the balance is finding that equilibrium. So what I say is there's no such thing as a good or bad. It is the experience that you're having in this moment. So they're in the line of polarity. You have an experience on this side and you have an experience on this side. And either one or the other in too much in one direction can cause anxiety, can cause depression, can cause you feeling stressed, burnt out, can cause physical ailment. And so what we want to do is move into the present moment and move into balance and oneness. And I feel that when your partner is not thinking about the past and the things that could have been, which causes depression, or when they're not thinking about the future and the things that they need to do, which causes future tripping and anxiety, and they're right here in this moment where they're in the present, offering the best versions of themselves that they can be, that is where the happiness lies. Right now, your partner can only see what's in the past and what's ahead, but not really what is here right in front of them. And so balance will help bring that back into the present moment and allow your partner to be able to really focus on the great things that are happening right now, instead of feeling this anxiety, self-doubt, insecurities, and really being super critical on themselves right now. And let's see. And we'll do one more. And we have the God of Awakening. Now, this card here, for me, it feels like allowing yourself to just be who you are. Let go of the control and allow yourself to just be in that present moment. Again, it's that feeling of being in the present moment. When I went to New Zealand and spent time with an evening with the Maori tribe, there was this feeling of just everything being in the present moment, taking honor in the making of your tools, in cooking and preparing dinner for your family, and having mutual conversation, and just being present and just being connected to your community. Then there didn't feel to me to be any stress, any types of insecurities. I need to do this. Am I good enough? Do I need to try harder? Do I need to do more? And there was just this self-acceptance and this awakening of who you are fully. And that's what I feel here. What your partner is wanting you to know, that they want to move into this fullness and awakening of themselves. They don't know how to do it yet. And that's where the healing is coming through, and examining themselves and healing their heart, so that these swords can fall out and let them really move back into oneness with themselves. But this is where they ultimately want to be, so that then they can offer you that beautiful partnership and that beautiful love, and to provide eventually the strength and this everlasting love and connection that you two have. So I hope that this reading helped. If you have any questions about this specific reading, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is below. And also hit the subscribe and like button if you're interested in receiving more readings. There'll be readings on different thematics and topics, ranging from romance to career, to your life purpose, and to just other messages that your spirit guides would like you to know. Again, thank you so much. This is a Light Heart Tarot, and I am in honor that you have come to my page, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thanks, and bye.